Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mind of a Storm Chaser. I'm back with a previous guest from the first episode, Mr. Cole Outlaw. Buddy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. This project has been quite the fun one. I'm just excited, especially because
you got some big
dogs coming. I won't say too much, but let's just say this series may get a little juicy if it'll just get very, very informative and very, very goofy very, very quickly. But boss man, talk to me. How have you been since I last saw you? Because I know that you said in the first episode you got that job as an assistant superintendent, and we've just been racking up a whole lot of money. And I hear that you have your own little project that you're about to start working on.
Yes, I do. I'm not going to say a word about it till it's completely done. It's going to be new for the fleet this spring, and whether it be severe weather intercepts, winter weather intercepts, all of the above, it's going to be something new to the fleet that we can really get out there in and go all in.
Okay. Well, I wanted to personally tell you that the first installment did incredible. I had a ton of feedback saying how informative it was, how people learned a lot. Specifically with Tropical Storm Beryl, you sounded super... Humor me. I got two people from work and they said, yo, this guy sounds really like he knows his stuff. He was informative. He gave examples.
Yeah, and out of all things, that was the thing that I'm least knowledgeable about.
Well, I mean, you gotta... We poked our nose in it, and we did it, and it was fun. We learned a lot, but we were idiots the entire time. But we did get on a mature super show.
Yeah, we did.
So I am not upset at all.
I'm not either. And I'm glad they think that, and I very much appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. They said that they wanted... Funny enough, they were just like, since you and him are famous now,
well, you're not famous.
Can we get your autograph, both you and his?
No.
And I was like, absolutely not.
No.
So, but I was gonna ask you, are you excited about the temperatures cooling down and the second season starting to roll around? Because
firstly, temperatures. Yes. Yes. That's not even a question. It's been hot. It's been bad hot at work.
Yeah.
It's great to go outside and know you're comfortable and you're not miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And then second season, as in the little teaser, we're going to get a severe weather season.
Yeah.
Yes, I am looking forward to that because I'm missing it already.
Yeah.
I love being out there. I love doing it, and I'm missing it already.
I hear you. It's coming, and I mean, we just got to be patient. We waited. What? It stopped in...
Beryl was a treat. Let's say.
So that happened at like the right time, and it kept us, afloat. We weren't bored 24/7, and we had something. But we did get to go out. We did get to see the stages of a low precipitation supercell. So we kind of went from Beryl to... We had to wait on minuscule features to firestorms, and
then we had the little mini line segment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, that was fun. That was
half
super
the town
fun.
Lose power. A lot of folks lost power.
I
think it was 53,000 or so in the state that were out of power that night.
That and the car was shaking.
Yeah.
I mean, buddy, it was... I saw... because I woke up that next morning and I saw that Bishop had flooded, and I was just like, Bishop always floods.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Every time we have rain. It's a massive... I digress. But I've got more questions for you, buddy, so let's just roll right in.
Sounds good.
So, Cole, talk to me, buddy. What is your dream storm chase? People and all. Environment, the people that are with you, and the storm environment.
Man, just anywhere in the country.
Anywhere.
Well, that's kind of hard to entail in one answer because there's a dream scenario for Arkansas. There's a dream scenario. I'll just use. Okay. Dream environment, storm chase, whatnot. Low precipitation.
Okay.
Clear. No haze. Not rain wrap.
Yeah.
Very photogenic in Arkansas, preferably in the Delta, away from everybody and anything that could, property, towns, out in the middle of nowhere, great shot, and just there and watching it truck along the ground.
Okay. And
with people, man, it's hard to say there's a lot of people. It'd probably be, you and the same group of guys I chased with on March 14th. So
Jordan Hall, Zach Hall,
Hardcastle, Frank Shepard. It'd be cool to be with those guys watching that go down. That'd be perfect.
Okay.
That'd be pretty cool.
No Pecos Hank, I'm surprised.
Well, Hank ain't gonna come out here unless it's something really bad.
Yeah. He I know
trying to keep it realistic.
Yeah. He was, on March 31st, he was more happy when he was out in the Delta, eastern Arkansas with no trees.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I got you. Alrighty. Which storm chase would you be a part of if you could go back in time?
Oh, okay.
Any storm chase.
Okay. That's something I've thought of, but I haven't really thought about.
Okay.
It's hard to say because I don't want to name an event that was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Not terrible weather-wise, but terrible to the people.
The people.
But man, if I had to go back in time and see just any tornado that happened, it'd probably have to be interesting enough. The one that always fascinates me, Bassfield, the Mississippi Wedge.
Yeah.
Nobody got any footage of. That would have been a cool one. And then also, as awful as it was, May 3rd, 99 would have been very...
It's a big one.
Interesting to see.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
And
that was before cell phones. That was before radar on your computer. That was, you did it the old school way.
Mm-hmm.
You looked at what you needed to look at the house, and you left.
You had to look at paper maps.
Eyes on the sky. I'd like to have done that one. Third, there's one more that just came to mind.
Lay it on me.
Probably the January 99 outbreak we had in Arkansas.
Whoo! Not many eyes were on that one.
No,
None.
It was all whatever local broadcast you saw. You go back in the archives and pull broadcast footage, but there was, I believe, one tornado from that day that was documented. That the footage just resurfaced, and James Bryan actually got his hands on it and made it public, and it is just, like I said in the previous question, it's out in the Delta, it's open, and it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. So those three.
Okay.
I know you said one.
Yeah.
But those are just the three that come to my mind.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take
you
3.
get a little bit of everything there.
Yeah.
Variety.
You got pure wind speed with more 99. 301.
Yeah, something like that.
Give or take 20 miles per hour. You got January 99, which utter chaos for Arkansas. And then you got a classic on top of it. Nothing wrong with that at all. So I've got no issue. I'm thank you for sharing that. I was tempted to ask for one more, but you gave me 3, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
What's the coolest moment throughout the entirety of your storm chasing journey?
Coolest moment? As in what?
I'm not allowing you to use when you met Zach Hardcastle and all those other chasers.
Okay.
Can't use that one because we already know that
was going to use it. Because meeting those guys was a treat.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I think probably one that sticks out to me is, as mentioned in the previous interview, being up on the berm on I-40 in Oklahoma, catching a split-second frame grab of a mile-wide wedge, seeing it with my own eyes, and not believing that's what I saw until you came back and scrubbed through my footage because I was driving home. I saw that with my own eyes, and I didn't believe it. Like, there's no way. It's too wide. Well, it was. It was. That was very cool. Seeing that, it being nighttime, didn't make it any better.
Added a fear factor.
In a fear way, you know, but that and another fun time I had, I promise I won't do 3. I know you're asking me one. But
give me more.
When we let the beautiful squall line that we had, I can't remember what month it was, we let it chase us from Benton all the way out outside of England. That was fun. That
was an incredible chase.
That was fun.
I was a bit of a excuse my language. I was a bit of a bitch. I was scared half to death because just the random rotation couplet. Yeah, I was like, okay, wait a minute, hold on, hold the phone. We need to be a little bit more careful. And Cole was like, no, come on. He was being aggressive. I was like,
It was still fun though.
I don't want to piss my pants, please. It was fun. It was fun. Because you got your background photo for your phone.
Yes, and it's actually, and I know y'all can't see it, but it's got Jai in it, and it's actually my old truck. So, need to get a new one this year.
Hey, you'll get it. Hey, but this truck that you have, nothing wrong with that at all. We just got to put some instruments on it. Yep. So,
and they're here. It's ready now.
Yeah,
it's ready.
There will be some pictures out on my social media platform of his truck whenever it finally gets its glory. It gets returned to its
the big surprise.
Yeah, and I'm excited about this because it is going to be a big step, not only for us, but something I've been working on also, trying to draw up and trying to get in communication with certain people. This is going to definitely help with our journey to becoming much more than just, chasers out of Arkansas. Reference to Twisters. Yeah. Just regular schmegular storm chasers out of Arkansas. But thank you for that. That was that storm chase was incredible. I think that was the first chase me and you had been on. No, that was the second one. Yeah. What is your go-to storm chasing food?
Oh man. Well, it depends.
Okay.
It depends where we're at, what I see first.
Love's gas station.
You're right. But man, for that, I don't want to eat junk.
Yeah.
I want to eat something that's going to stick with me. Probably just like you, probably beef jerky, man.
Beef jerky.
It holds with you. It's not bad for you.
No.
And Diet Mountain Dew.
Okay. Yeah, you're a stickler for Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
We were just having a conversation downstairs with his mom about the Mountain Dew legend from B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings. And he was just like, yeah, it's just grape. It's grape Mountain Dew. And I was just like, but it's so much more than that. It's fizzy. It's fruity. It's just this incredible mixture of just like it's incredible. It's just an incredible drink. You guys have to go try it. Shameless plug. Shout out Buffalo Wild Wings. But yeah.
So yes, beef jerky, Diet Mountain Dew. Sometimes cashews.
Okay.
Stuff that's gonna stick with you.
Yeah. Protein.
Not something I'm gonna eat.
My stomach hurts.
Hungry.
My stomach hurts.
Yeah, my stomach.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much
normally
you. What I stick to is what I've been sticking with, and it's been working for me. So
you know where we haven't been gas station wise? A Buc-ee's.
Well, because we haven't.
Well, we're getting one.
Yeah.
I know you saw that.
I know.
That's where a lot of people are going to be storm chasing wise whenever we have something in Arkansas.
Yeah.
So.
Little Buc-ee's convergence.
Oh. Let's stay away from that. Goodness gracious. I do not want to be around anybody while I'm out chasing. Of course, I'll stop and say hi to, fellow chasers, but I don't want to be stuck in a traffic jam and then we have a tornado on the ground and it's moving at 40, 50, 60 miles per hour.
That's a bad scenario.
Yeah. Now, Twisters. What is your opinion on the movie, and did it represent real life to a T, or was it over-exaggerated?
All right, I'm going to tell you what I've told everyone else.
Okay.
If it was like real life, no one would have showed up and watched it except us nerds. Mm-hmm. Let's face it. Yeah. If it was like the way it really is, no. What was the movie, 2 hours?
2 hours.
An hour and 50 minutes of the movie would have been someone sitting in a truck scrolling on TikTok on their phone. And then the other 10 or 20 minutes would have been an actual tornado or something happening.
Yeah.
Let's face it, folks. Storm chasing is patience. It's just like hunting.
Something that we don't have.
I have it.
Well, I know you do.
but that, for Hollywood, I think it's great. Mm-hmm. I feel like they executed their goal nice. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen the first one, go watch the first one before you watch the second one. It's not necessarily a direct sequel, but there's a lot of Easter eggs in Twisters that are from the original movie in 1996. But for Hollywood, not too bad. Mm-hmm. I feel like, a lot of words they use cape thrown in there. Yeah. Cap is thrown in there. And shear is thrown in there. I mean, they're using correct terms, and they really did a good job on that. Yeah. The vehicles are cool.
Oh,
Not that you'd see anyone chasing in a TRX. Cool. That's cool. Hollywood. Mm-hmm. But overall, I liked it. Mm-hmm. I think it was just a good way to spin off the first one. Yeah. And, you have your moments sometimes here and there where it's like, come on now. That's not how it is. Yeah. But then again, it's Hollywood and they have to do that. Yeah. And I'd say I was actually impressed. It surprised me. Okay. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, because the original one has a special place in my heart. Oh yeah.
I think every chaser, there's a special place for the original Twister in just everybody's hearts. When I found out that it was on Amazon Video, I just recently watched that like back to back to back to back. Like, I can't get Twister out of my head. And when Twisters comes out on streaming platforms, I mean, same thing. Yep. It's just the original will always have that number one spot.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that's how I feel about it though, pretty much.
So give it a rating. 1 through 10.
Well, I'm gonna say 8.5.
Okay, solid.
8.5. The other small amount was just stuff where I went really.
Oh, okay.
But then again, what can you do? Yeah. I'd give it 8.5. It's a good movie. I'd go watch it again.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm already planning to go see it again anyway. Mm-hmm. I just want the better experience because I went to Tinseltown and I saw it. No, not the movie theater to go see it. Go to the rave or the Cinemark. Movie tavern. Yeah. It just wasn't a good experience. First time going, it was good. Yeah. But I want to be able to relax, recline. Yeah, maybe get a burger while I'm there. So
a full experience.
Oh yeah. Now, a little bit more on a serious note.
Okay.
Talk about the Little Rock supercell and the subsequent tornadoes that followed. We just got done talking about this earlier, and you showed me videos and such. Nothing like I've ever seen before. Like, I was in Conway in college at the campus when all the storms fired, and I saw everything directly to my south, and I was just like, whoa. Yeah. Little Rock is under the gun, and they need to take shelter immediately. Like, this is... I was scared.
Yeah, I was too. For me, where my house is, before it got to Little Rock, the cell probably tracked 5, not even 10 miles north of my house. As Jai just mentioned, I had a lot of pictures of structure, and you could visibly tell that it was going to produce a tornado at any second. Mm-hmm. I was in shock. I knew that day was going to be bad. Not even just looking at the SPC outlooks, just looking at the ingredients that we had present. man, I mean, it was anything like I've ever seen in Arkansas for as long as I've been here. And I knew, it was going to happen. Didn't know where. But I can tell you for a fact, the last place I expected it to happen was right through the middle of Little Rock. Mm-hmm. Rodney Parham, Cantrell, the Heights. So the last place I expected that to happen, but it did. I'm glad there were no tornado-related deaths. No. There weren't. There was one, and I can't remember the reason, but it was, to my knowledge, because I've dug into it, I do not think it was related to the tornado. But not even from the damage side of things, it's awful. I hate it. I knew a lot of people that lost their homes. I knew a lot of people that had severe damage to their home, and that's never good. Injuries are never good. Loss of life is obviously never good, but it could have been worse, and I'm glad it wasn't. But mainly, bad deal. I think it's the last thing any of us expected. I mean, nobody expects that. That's worst case scenario, and it happened. And I was in shock. I couldn't believe it, sitting there watching that happen right in the middle of where I drive every day, where I commute every day, because you see it all over the place and you see it all over the state. And then when it gets that close to home, it's like, okay, for real this time. Mm-hmm. That's the best way I can pretty much explain it.
So it was just, and I mean, me and Cole have lived here pretty much our entire life. Yeah. So it's just to have another cell, which Mayflower, Valonia was the first run-in of like a violent tornado going through metropolitan areas. Little Rock has seen its fair share of tornadoes. Yes, it has. Though. So
it has.
The fact that not only was it like, you can't even put into words how scared everybody was.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I recently just, from what you told me, there were no pictures that I saw of when it was in its wedge shape. When you said that it looked almost like Tuscaloosa with the horizontal vortices, I was like, there's no
I wouldn't
way.
Go that far.
Yeah.
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
But just, I mean, you can go back and look as it's topping the hill right there at Rodney Parham by the Olive Garden. Clearly, clear as day. Look on the right side. It's got a little tentacle. That was very crazy to see live on TV. It didn't feel real. Mm-hmm. At the moment, I mean, I wasn't even affected personally, and I hated it for everybody that was. I hated it. It was awful, but it was just a shock factor. Now looking back, it's like, holy crap, that happened. Mm-hmm. At the time, it was, is this happening? Did this just happen? Mm-hmm. It was that sort of thing.
Okay. Now, I don't have these two questions written down, but I wanted to include them. So, throughout your chases, you've seen, at least on air, or heard about how bad damage was. Have you ever had to assist in cleanup after
a
tornado?
March 31st.
Okay.
Yes, in Jacksonville. Yep, had to clean out a house, everything that was in the house. This is in the stage where it was EF3 again, because it jumped to 167, jumped back down, and got violent again. Yes, that day after, so Saturday morning. Well, yeah. I was in Jacksonville at 6 a.m. Saturday morning, and I was there all day.
That's...
Uh-huh.
I can't even imagine. Like, because it's easy to see it on TV.
Yeah.
But going in person, viewing the damage, I mean, you're small in comparison to these buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and just seeing the damage left behind by any tornado above or even EF2. Mm-hmm. And tornadoes in general. Like, seeing damage after, it's just a matter of there's no way, and did this really actually, happen?
Yeah.
You have to live... I scrub my eye. Like, you can scrub your eyes all you want and pinch yourself all you want, but the reality sets in and it's like, okay, this really did happen.
Yes. And you start helping people and you help clean up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was there. There's a whole street and a house to help clean up. It's a lot of work. Worked all day, but it's worth it. I felt like I needed to do it. So
that's what matters.
Went and did it, and like you're saying, it makes you feel so small. It really makes you realize, imagine what they have 4 or 5. 3 looked terrible. It looked like a bomb went off. I can't imagine anything wider, because at that point it was not that wide.
No.
It was probably
1,600 yards, so just...
No. When it was in Jacksonville, it was probably, at least the street I was on, if I had to, looking back on it, looking at pictures, it was probably at about 200, 300 yards.
Oh.
If that.
So the wind field got real small.
Yeah.
So
where it went,
yeah,
it did lots of damage.
Yeah. I can't imagine that at all.
Yeah.
I'd freeze up.
It was a sight to see, not in a good way, in a bad way.
Yeah.
But no one was really injured. No one was killed. But yeah, that's the one time I've had to do it, and I hope I never have to do it again. But let's face it, I'm a realist. Whether it be here, whether it be anywhere else, as much as I do what I do and you do what you do, and us together, it's a matter of time, unfortunately. But you just can hope and pray that it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's the nasty side of it.
I mean, regardless.
Didn't mean to take things on a turn there.
Yeah, no,
it's just the truth.
Yeah.
We don't praise severe weather because of the things that it does.
Yeah.
We praise severe weather because of the science behind it, and there's so much more out there to learn. If every tornado could happen out in the middle of nowhere and not touch anybody, that'd be great. But unfortunately, that's just not how it works.
And we wouldn't have, let's face it, our warning lead time, we wouldn't have any. It'd be back like how it was before 1999. We still wouldn't have, and radar was updated solely because of a single tornado.
Yep.
And just the research that goes into everything, again, we're still trying to figure out why some storms produce tornadoes and why others do not. That is a reoccurring question that we've had for years now, and we're still scratching the surface. Definitely the sentimental value comes in to where you're helping people in this field. Eventually there's going to be a point where it's like, why am I doing this? But you reaffirm yourself as in, I'm doing this for a purpose. And like you said in the first episode, you're doing it with a news station, doing it to help people, doing it with a purpose. I that statement that you wrote down, or that you spoke about, I wrote that down because I genuinely was moved by it, and it reaffirmed everything. And I have reaffirmations 24/7. There are some days where I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And hearing stories from you guys and everything like that, and me going through my own experiences, it's like, I just really want to get to the bottom of this and figure out if we even can stop these things.
Yeah.
My last question. Let's get a little goofy.
Oh, okay.
And let's get off the serious.
We're flipping here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be honest with me.
Okay.
Sharknado.
Absolutely not. You don't have to finish the question. No. I refuse to talk about it. I'm not talking about it. No.
Not even.
Nope.
Just... Okay.
You know how much of Sharknado I've ever seen? I've seen one 20-second clip on Instagram Reels or something like that. Horrible.
In downtown Los Angeles, they're just.
I didn't. No. I didn't even watch the whole 20 seconds. I watched maybe about 5 and shook my head and just kept scrolling. No, matter of fact, it was on TikTok. Looked at it, held the arrow, hit not interested, then quit.
Oh no.
Well, nope.
All right.
Simple.
I'll push past that then. Let me. I got another question for you then, since you don't want to answer that one. That's fine.
I gave you my answer.
So, be honest with me.
Okay.
There are days where you feel like you want to quit. There are days where you feel like, I should have just stuck with what I know. I should have just stuck with, doing the normal. What sets you apart from those people? And what would you say to people who need the motivation to get out there and do what they need to do?
Is it anything?
As in anything.
Any hobby?
Any hobby. Anything that they want to do.
It's real simple. You put your mind on something. If you're passionate about it and you truly care about it, it will feel effortless. You won't even have to try. Do what you like to do, whether it be a hobby, whether it be a vlogger, whether it be you want to go learn a trade, you want to learn how to work on stuff. If you have the drive and you love it, you'll just do it and it just all comes to you. Now, as you said earlier in the question, motivated. You have days where you go, what am I doing? In our case, I'm sitting out here an hour and a half away from home, 2 hours away from home, and there ain't nothing happening. What am I doing? I could be at home sitting in bed right now. It's midnight. We're watching lightning. What are we doing? But there's always small things here and there that you don't even notice. And then time goes by and you look back and you notice, oh man, that was a big deal. So to me, I'll tell anybody this. You love something, you want to do it, nothing's stopping you. Go do it. Simple as that. I mean, that's just how I look at things. If you're that passionate and you like it that much, go do it. Get up, pull your bootstraps up, and go do it. Go test the waters. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to try new things, and do not be scared to fail. We all mess up. We're all human. We're not perfect. We've messed up. I've messed up. Everybody's messed up. Regardless if it's work, if it's a hobby, if it's chasing like we do, everybody messes up. Don't let one error or failure bring you down. Look at it as a lesson. Learn from it and move on and do it the right way the next time. That's the best way I can answer that question.
I asked this question on the first episode because I wanted to see how your answer changed. And it changed drastically. You went into more detail on, said pull your bootstraps up. You said put your hard hat on.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
I'm kidding. I'm trying to get away from the all the seriousness. No. Trying to make y'all laugh, but serious note, yes. I said this when I was interviewed in the last episode, or in a previous episode. You can do anything that you want to. Just take the necessary steps towards doing it. Whether that be research, whether that be you have hands-on experience with it. Do all of it. And do it to the best of your ability.
Because one thing I'll have to add in, this goes for anything too, specifically with chasing. Mm-hmm. As soon as you think that you have it figured out, guess what? You don't. No. Nobody has it completely figured out. Mm-mm. Just something to add in there. Yeah. There's always more to learn. There's always more knowledge to be gained. There's always more experience to be gained. And then you can look back, 5 years, oh man, I've improved a lot. Whether it be a skill or what me and you do or whatever it may be. That's just something to note. Never get too full of yourself, but man, I got it figured out. No, you don't. Never settle. Keep pushing.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this. I don't even know what part we're on. I'm starting to roll these interviews out, and it's been a lot of fun. And I just want to, like I keep saying, I always want to do these. I just want to be able to, whenever we have some downtime or whenever I'm just available to get some of these guys, their stories, and be able to listen and provide you guys with a lot of information and just have a good laugh along the way. But again, thank you guys so much for listening. You guys have a blessed night or day. Bye-bye.